This plucker has got all these rubber nipples in it. The ones around the outside are stationary. The ones in the middle rotate and vibrate, such as this. And then there's water that comes out through here, and we always like to have an extra hose on it too. Move those chickens around. Very important that the temperature in the scalder is right before it goes into the plucker. If it's too hot, the skin will rip. If it's too cold, you'll have a lot of pin feathers. We still have some of these feathers on here that we will make sure when we move to the next table are 100% clean before we send it to eviscerating. Okay. The feathers will come out down here, and you want to make sure that you check it, because if you're doing a whole bunch, it'll start to back up. Pull the feathers out. Then we go to the next table, which is to make sure everything is clean. If there's any pin feathers left, we want to make sure everything is absolutely 100% clean before we move to the evisceration table, where we have very, very sharp knives, cutting boards, and then we'll put them into coolers that have ice. Just a little bit of water. You don't want a ton of water in there, although some people do that because the bird will start absorbing that water. And so this is our basic setup that we're going to start with. And we were very sure to bleach everything down and sanitize it before we got started. And also have a spray bottle of bleach on hand and extra buckets of bleach soapy water to wash knives or clean off anything you need as you go. This is our next table that we go to after plucking before it goes to the evisceration, where we make sure it's 100% clean and remove the feet, which we save and make bone broth kits out of, pulling the skin of the neck back a little bit because it contracts to actually cut around the vertebrae right there, and the neck will come off very easily. It's important to get the neck short enough so that when it bags, those bones don't break the bag. And if you can do a nice clean cut, you want to go for the valley. So as you move the neck around, you can tell where that vertebrae is to cut around it to make it easily come off. One really good word of advice: pull your chickens off feed a good 16 to 18 hours before you process. Their crop, you want it to be empty. We free range ours, and they're in chicken tractors on pasture, so they're always going to have a little bit of grass, but you want to pull them off feed. It makes it a lot cleaner as you begin the processing.